back to another great episode of Facts and Stats. We have our usual host here. We're missing Mark, and then we also have a special guest. I'm allow him to introduce himself, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started.
You know what I'm saying? The Wolfgang Quiz on YouTube, you Wolfgang Quiz, Wolfgang everything. I'm in this thing with facts and stats with the whole crew, and we finna get into it.
Yes, sir. So before we get into it, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and then we're gonna talk about a lot of NFL games this past weekend, and then also be on the lookout for our Instagram lives where we talk about NBA and NFL as well. But to go ahead and get started, it was a great game last night. Unfortunately, the team that I wanted to win did not win due to gambling situations. But it was a great game last night with the Rams and the Bucks. And we seen the Rams take down the Bucks 27-24. Keem, I'm gonna go ahead and start with you. What did you see in that game?
Very defensive game by both ends. Um, I say Tom Brady. Tom Tom Brady. He kind of stunk it up. He definitely slumped the whole game for real. 26-48, of course, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Like he definitely slumped because the defense kept him in it the whole time. Like they was getting stops. They second half, they was turning up for real, and they was getting stops. Brady just couldn't like drive the ball down the field, and then some of the throws I see he was making to Antonio Brown, like he was missing all them Jones. Like, well, I won't say all, but majority, like he was missing them Jones when it counted the most, and then forcing it to Grunt, which number 31 from Rams did a hell of a job, like containing Gronk or whatever. Not trying to let him get them easy underneath routes and stuff. Uh, But other than that, Jared Goff played a good game. Robert Woods and Cooper Cup both had, great games, great showings. Both of them double digit catching, over 100 yards receiving. I say Rob Woods had the only score, but other than that, it was a good game by both teams, but Jared Goff was definitely the better quarterback.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Wolfgang Quez, talk to me. What were your thoughts in that game? I know Q got a lot to say, so I'm gonna save him for last.
Ah,
Man, I wasn't gonna watch the game until Cole had bet me.
Hmm.
And I'm glad he did because I tuned in. I seen Cooper Cup was going crazy in the first half. He had like 109 yards
Hmm.
first half. Like he went crazy. Then I'm looking at the highlights. Jameis Winston. I said Jameis Winston. Hell no. That's who Tom Brady looked like though. He looked like Jameis Winston was out in quarterback. All them interceptions he was throwing, but I meant to say Jalen Ramsey.
Hmm.
That man had hard hits.
Yeah,
Hitting,
yeah.
I'm talking about stopping the run, like, and then on that last drive, shit, Tom Brady couldn't be magical that time. So
Hmm.
shit.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Q,
But
talk
they
to me.
still straight though. They still straight though.
They
They take
straight,
it.
but it's like games like that. You gotta prove yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like after losing that game, I'm pretty sure nobody in NFC is worried about the Bucks at all. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I wouldn't go that far with it,
For
but
real.
I
I get
don't know.
what you're saying. No, I wouldn't go that far with it.
I mean, I hate him, but he still is Tom Brady.
I said that defense is ferocious. Like Levante and Devin White might be the best linebacker duo in the league right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, no
Like,
questions. But it goes back to what we said a couple episodes ago. Like I think it was last episode actually. Like you look at the NFC, you don't know who's gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's no
facts.
legit team.
Uh,
You know what I'm saying? It's all up in the air. Um,
Yeah.
but Q, what was your thoughts on that game last night, man?
same thoughts that same thing. That's always my thoughts. Tom Brady sucks. Um, is this supposed to be our goat? Missing 22, having 22 incompletions and two picks. Like
Man.
who does that? And supposed to be the goat. But as far as the game overall, it wasn't really much rushing. No rushing
Right.
yards between both the teams. I don't think anybody had over 25 yards rushing. Um, but like Keem said earlier, the Rams played a great game. They receivers, hey man, if Tom Brady gonna have this defense, he gonna have to perform because there's no excuse to have a defense like this and be losing these games. The defense held this talented team to 27 points, and we just need something more out of Tom Brady. And I agree with you, Ev. Of course, the Bucks are still a threat, but I feel like everybody plays better defense in the playoffs. So
Oh yeah,
I
true.
think I think the gap that we see now with their defense won't be as huge, especially if Tom Brady is playing like this.
Mm,
Is
okay.
like It's terrible, bro. You can't be the GOAT and have 22 incompletions with 2 picks. That's like a a fifth year quarterback that bounced around teams type of game.
Man, call him out. That's Carson Wentz type behavior, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to think of somebody. But yeah, that's a Carson Wentz game.
So would you say Buccaneers might be a first round exit?
Oh yes,
If
for
they,
sure.
if they run us, if they run into us, if they run into my Cardinals, they out first round.
I don't know about that. I think that's gonna be a good one. I don't know about that though.
I don't know. Y'all ain't the way y'all playing and the way I'm looking at this the NFL playoff sheet. Y'all might play whoever come out the NFC East. So Buccaneers might come out the first round. The way
Yeah.
they playing.
Okay, okay. My only thoughts on that game last night, and this is probably my second time that I said this, this season, but his arm looked like he don't even have an arm anymore. You know what I'm saying? He can't throw no accurate passes over 15 yards. Um, and it just looked like he needed to retire. But the last time I came out and said Tom Brady needed to retire, he came out and smashed the Bucks with 4 touchdowns, 300 plus passing yards. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's like basically now that he's up in age, you're just gonna see a lot of inconsistency with him. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. He got to play better. Simple. He got to be better. He got to play
My
better.
thing is, my fault to cut you off,
Nah, you
man.
good.
Before
You good.
you go to like the next one, Brady got to stop being a sore loser, bro.
Yeah,
It's
that too.
it's
Yes,
too
bro.
many times see him get whooped. Not even get whooped, but lose, and then he not shaking the young man's hand at the end of the game, so
That too.
like,
That too.
Yeah,
Let it would have
stop.
been Odell. Let it would have been Odell that did that.
right, like let it be anybody else did that, they'd have been scrutinized, but people don't want to hold Brady accountable for that, and that's definitely like bad sportsmanship.
That's why he
But-
throw like that.
But if he crush somebody, he quick to go and shake their hand, like come
That's
on,
Aaron
you can't be
Rodgers, he
doing
be
that.
all over Sports Center.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my gosh.
If it was somebody else, yeah, that's true. Because we seen him get whooped by Drew Brees, but he still went to go, you know what I'm saying, go talk to Drew Brees. You know, that they little thing at the middle of the field, but
I'm pretty sure he only did that because, like, we on the same level, kind of.
yeah.
Yeah, that's Drew Brees.
But a young man, like, trying to grow, like, get up that's, like, just a regular average QB, nah, I can't be doing that, bro.
Yeah, bro, go shake that man's hand. He just won a good game against a supposed to be GOAT. Show that man some love. Stop being a hater. That's why you throw the way you do now. You see, like all that, it affects your play.
That's a fact.
He ain't in the AFC no more though. It wasn't that many tough teams in the AFC. It's
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
You don't get to beat up on the Jets 2 times a season anymore.
He don't.
all
He in the
freaking
NFC now. He where
Right.
the real niggas at.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they said a crazy stat last night when I was watching the game. I didn't even like it slipped my mind. You know how good of a career Tom Brady had, but they said every time he went to the playoffs, he won his division. And if you think about it, it's like, well, duh. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, but this year it might be a little different. You know what I'm saying? He might be in a wild card this year, so
Yeah, Saints winning the division.
yeah, it's gonna be a
I
little
hate to
tough.
say that as a Falcons fan, but they winning this shit.
Yeah.
I bet they ain't pull up how many times he might have won the division every single time he made the playoffs, but he sure ain't make it to the Super Bowl every time he win the playoffs. You know, you can win that little division.
That's true, but he got 6 rings. You gotta give him his credit though.
Yeah, I'm about to say, he been
He
like
got-
9 Super Bowls.
He got 6
Bro,
rings.
this man
Like,
played for the
like
this man
Matt.
played for the Patriots, bro.
59.
Come
This
on
man
now, he
shit
got
crazy.
6 rings, bro. Give me some respect a little bit.
Put Aaron Rodgers on the Patriots.
He should have had 3. He should have lost to the fucking Falcons. He should have lost to the Seahawks. And he should have lost to somebody else. He should.
I ain't gonna hold you. 2014, if we would have went instead of the Seahawks, we'd have beat them. But that's another.
Seahawks should have won that game regardless, though.
Who your team is?
And the Falcons should have won that game
Packers.
too.
Hey, that's low key a good transition because y'all boys lost.
Ain't no bullshit, man.
Yeah,
We
so
all lost this week.
the next game,
I've been losing all season though.
the
I
next
can't
game
see
we're gonna
shit.
talk about. We see the Colts take down the Packers 34-31, which was that probably was my favorite game of the weekend. That was a hell of a game. You know,
That's a hell of a game.
the Packers upset me though. You know, because like you up pretty much like the whole game. I think they went up by 2 scores as well, and like they just started to flunk in the second half. Like they A-Rod, time and time again, every single time they had the ball. Same thing with Tom Brady. He could not get the ball down the field. So
But-
what? Hold on. So when y'all got the ball in overtime, I got excited. I'm like, okay, bet, you know. But the next, you know, he fumbles. You know what I'm saying? So like, talk to me. What was your thoughts on that, King? Y'all couldn't get down the field in the second half, bro.
Son, I was pissed off. Like that fumble pissed me off. So I was like, bro, you for real? Cause I knew for a fact we was going to score. That's why we got. I knew we was going to score. That fumble really messed us up. And Every time with the third quarter, we always play conservative. I don't know why Matt LaFleur does that. I'm like, bro, keep the gas, like keep the foot on the gas, bro. Like stop playing conservative, and then guess what? They came back, and then Mike Pettin has to go. If y'all seen that one play to, I think it was Jack Noy that caught the touchdown. No, it was Trey Burton, and they had Preston Smith all the way downfield covering his man. Like, come on, son. And then every time they was gashing us through the middle, like with the passes, and it was no linebacker in the middle every time. I'm like, I don't know what Mike Pettin was dialing up, but he got to go. So I'm tired of seeing him for real.
I feel that. I feel that. Q, what were your thoughts on that game?
Um, it was just a good game. Like that's just one of those classic, just good games. Overtime thriller, one with a field goal at the end. Um, give the Colts some credit, man. The Colts, that's not a team we was all talking about in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, a lot of people
And
talking about them,
they up here 7-3, just like everybody else almost.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why that goes to say it. It's NFC. It's crazy. Like we don't know who's gonna come out. I think the Colts won because the Colts, we know about their defense.
Right.
And we talk about Tampa Bay defense all the time, but we need to put some respect on the Colts defense too.
Yeah,
that's a fact. That's a fact. Wolfgang, what were your thoughts on that game, man?
But shit, respect Phillip Rivers because he did that, and then respect that kicker from Georgia. Won the game with that kick. Okay. Hey, I'm gonna shout out every Georgia boy. Every Georgia boy gonna get this for real. But the Colts defense underrated because they first, like they top 5 defense all like in every category they top 5. So
a lot of people didn't even respect that either. Respect that too.
Nah. Yeah. And then people was sleep on them. I had the Colts because Phillip Rivers said he was done with the Chargers. I knew he was gonna go to the Colts, and they still a threat because they was good with Jacoby. They was good with him, and then they upgraded with Phillip. But Phillip, he's still good. Like Phillip just had to face Tom Brady every time he went to the playoffs. So Phillip was always good, but man, but Packers overrated, bro. I don't even know why people even take them serious, bro. Packers is overrated.
Ooh, King, talk to me. What's your thoughts on that? Packers overrated.
One, you saying you like Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers is an accident waiting to happen all the time. So we know what Phillip Rivers gonna do when it comes to crunch time. We already know. So ain't no point of you trying to defend it at all. And as far as us being overrated, I've really never seen us going to the Super Bowl regardless. We still work in process for real.
Hold on, but every time you got A-Rod, you gotta have that Super Bowl expectations though.
I mean, you got to, but at the same time, look at the team Ronald, look how the organization been treating them, for the past years, whatever. So I'm just being real. I'm like being a realist. So
I can't even blame you. I'm gonna say I agree with that, and that's pretty much gonna swing us to the next game. Y'all Ravens, y'all know who I am. Y'all know who I support. Y'all know who I love. Ravens Nation, but our Super Bowl expectations is pretty much like out the window for me too. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. I don't even think we got a chance to even go to the Super Bowl with the way our offense is set up. And speaking on that, like we just lost to the Titans. A great game as well, 30-24. I pretty much will probably say my 2 cents and then just pass it around to y'all. But I never thought this would be the day that I say this, and I love Lamar Jackson. Don't get me wrong, he's on my wall. I never thought this would be the day. We legit have a quarterback where if we were to have the last drive, I don't even be confident that we're going to score. And that's really sad for me to have to think about this. Like, Lamar Jackson has to get better at the quarterback position, bro. He has to get better at the game of football, period. Like, what he does and how he plays is not winning football mentality. You know what I'm saying? He has to go look at the Deshaun Watson, the Patrick Mahomes. Those are 2 of my favorite quarterbacks in the league right now. I love Deshaun Watson. Just how he plays the game, how he makes something out of nothing. And I know we don't have the best offensive weapons, but still, like Lamar has to be better. Hollywood has to be better. I'm pretty much done with Hollywood as well too. I don't even know why we even drafted a little boy at wide receiver in the first round. like there's so much I want to say, but I love my team. I'm not gonna bash us too much. We got the Steelers in 2 days. COVID messed us up this week, so I'm not really looking forward to that game either. But Q, talk to me. Ravens Titans 30-24. What did you see in that game? What's your thought?
This is starting to become like a reoccurring thing with Lamar Jackson and these Ravens, man.
I know.
It's like beginning of the season, it's big trust. Like it's supposed to be the revenge season after what happened last year.
Exactly.
And then is this the first or second time y'all played the Titans?
The first time this season.
The first time this season, okay. So yeah, the first time y'all played them ever since that last game y'all lost, y'all gotta handle business, man.
Man, I thought, man, I bet so much money on this game because I thought we was gonna come out with, same mentality that you thinking. We gotta handle business. We gotta this is our get back. You know.
I mean, but maybe they did come out with that, and then maybe they just not that good right now.
Nah, I respect it. I respect it. I respect it.
Like Mark, like what's up? I thought Mark Ingram was good. I thought he used to be good. Wasn't he like?
Yeah,
Mark Ingram always been a number 2 back, always, bro.
But he's not even. Has he really even been a number 2?
I mean, he was hurt. He was hurt. He came back, but literally Sunday showed our best running back is J.K. without a doubt. Like he's our best running back, no question. And the fact that he's not playing this Thursday is like very crushing. You know what I'm saying? So
I say him or Ingram ain't playing.
Yeah, him or Ingram not playing. So
man.
But King, talk to me. What's your thoughts on the Ravens and the Titans, man? That game.
I say I need some receivers bad. None of y'all actual wide receivers, the wide receiver position, none of them had over 30 yards. I think the highest was 28.
Was that
like,
Dez Bryant?
No.
Yeah, highest 28. And that was Dez Bryant.
Yeah.
And what's your man? Mark Andrews had 95 yards. It's like,
yeah, literally. So just one receiver put in.
The tight end, y'all best receiver. That's crazy. It's like, man, y'all did a good job containing Derrick Henry till you got you off that very last run. Y'all did a good job containing him.
He was doing great the whole game, bro. The whole game.
Yeah, and then, man, I don't know what's going on. Don't get me wrong, I like Lamar. Don't get me wrong, but he needs receivers, bro. You could tell, he needs. Just looking at the stats or whatever, he's hurting bad for real. It's like. Like a Deshaun Watson, he can make something out of nothing for real, but
he still got some wide receivers over there, though.
Yeah, he definitely do. Definitely better than Lamar's, but
got some wide receivers over there.
Other than that, man, I ain't gonna go too hard on Lamar. I ain't gonna go too hard on the fool, because I know for a fact he needs help. Bad.
Respect. What game? What was your thoughts on the Ravens and Titans game?
Man, y'all lost that. Y'all lost it in the fourth quarter. That was That was the only quarter y'all lost. Y'all lost it in the fourth quarter. Y'all let them come back. And then, Lamar in the receivers, I feel like it's 2-part. I feel like the receivers keep dropping almost everything.
That too.
But then Lamar, at the same time, he ain't trusting them enough because he don't really throw it all the time. His first instinct is to take off running. As soon as he get out the pocket, he trying to take off. So, but Titans should have lost for real because Ravens, y'all lost that in the fourth quarter. Y'all allowed 11 points and only scored 3. Y'all had them.
We did, and what really crushed my hope is when AJ Brown scored that touchdown. How does he break the tackle off 3 people and it's third down at that? And they were down, so they would have had to kick a field goal or go for it, and we would probably most likely win that game. But AJ Brown,
beast mode.
Yeah, went beast mode. So that pretty much sums up that game and sums up the Ravens season so far. We're going to take it to one final football game before I ask y'all a question, which is pretty much a hard question in my opinion. But we seen the Chiefs, Mahomes be Mahomes, something that Lamar can't do. Take down the Raiders 35-31 on a game-winning drive, something that I haven't seen Lamar do. Q, talk to me. What were your thoughts on that game, man?
The Chiefs is just that team, bro. It's literally just that simple. What am I gonna sit up here and say about the Chiefs that ain't already been said? It's this is clearly the best team. You got Patrick Mahomes, who is just he's been having his foot on people's neck for a while. Easily a top 3 quarterback. 350 yards, 348 if you want to be technical. They just beat a team that they should have beat. We can say that they should have beat them by more, but it's all pros at the end of the day.
I think I think it's time to get a Raiders of respect.
Yes, because they might end up seeing the Raiders a third. Hey, they might end up seeing the Raiders the third time.
The Raiders are for real.
They for real. I think they still need they need a linebacker. That's what they really need, defensively, because that last drive showed they definitely need a linebacker for real. But other than that, man, we gotta give Derek Carr respect for real, because
he's having sleeping on him.
Yeah, he's having a Derek Carr for real.
He's having a
Raiders
season.
Yeah, my dark horse for real.
Yeah. Quiz, talk to me on that game. What were your thoughts?
Man, Mahomes is Mahomes. 3,000, 27 touchdowns, and the only two interceptions that came against him was against the Raiders.
Mm,
So, and
okay.
then the only team that beat him in like the last 30 games he done played, including the last year playoffs, was the Raiders. So the Raiders is probably the little rival coming
Yeah,
up. But
I think they got
man,
them figured out. I think the Raiders they match up with them well.
yeah, John
Definitely.
Gruden got John Gruden got them.
Mm-hmm.
But man, it's Mahomes, bro. It's two like a minute in it. If it's more than 7 seconds left on the clock, bro, Mahomes gonna get the dub. I don't care what you say. He gonna get the dub.
Yeah, it's too many weapons for real with them. And Travis Kelsey, like I said, to me the best tight end in the league for real, because that's his right hand man. Other than Tyreek Hill, we got Tyreek and Travis. You got it's either one of them going to get open.
Yeah,
So
all the time.
And
Yeah.
if you ain't got him, you got Carl Edwards in the backfield, or Le'Veon, and you got Sammy Watkins.
it's like, man, Eric Bieniemy and Andy Reid, bro, they something different with that offensive mindset,
Mm-hmm.
real. And to me, Pat Mahomes is clearly he probably gonna win MVP again.
He ain't got
As
no
he
choice
should.
but
As he
to.
should. Yeah. As he should.
Yeah, I
As
think
he
gonna win
should.
it again.
Okay. So.
Hey, man, before we wrap up, man, you know my man was going on both our teams. What happened to the Atlanta and Taysom Hill?
He was a tight end, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, man, he ain't played starter quarterback in like 3-4 years. Cuz what's going on?
Hey, man, I ain't watched that game. I ain't want to. I knew he was gonna lose because the way Atlanta had the hype with the Jeezy and Gucci thing, and then all the other stuff that going on in Atlanta. I knew the Falcons gonna let us down, so I went. I
What
ain't
that
even
got to
mad.
do with the football game? What does a versus got to do with a football game?
Too much good that when too much good happened in Atlanta, the Falcons mess it up. So if
Okay.
everything bad in Atlanta, the Falcons win and everybody feel good, then they lose again. So I
Okay.
already knew they were
Okay.
gonna lose.
Well,
So I ain't tripping.
I can't judge your comments from a real Atlanta person or a real Falcons fan. You know what I'm saying? So,
We already knew they were
that
gonna
was
lose.
unacceptable though. I feel like the Falcons could have kept that game a little better. You know what I'm saying? Julio, he's dealing with that same old hamstring though. That's
Bruh,
probably gonna
Julio
cost
been
him.
dealing with that hamstring
Yeah.
since he got drafted.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
Awesome.
But I got one final question for y'all before we wrap it up. It's not that easy of a question, but who do y'all got winning the NFC East and why?
Oh, this ain't no hard question. It's
Who
the
you?
Giants.
Ooh, okay, okay.
It's the Giants.
You know
Look,
it's crazy. It's hard because they all suck.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
I'm
they
saying
do.
it's
They
hard, but
do.
so you got the Giants. Tell me why you got the Giants coming out though. You know they all got
All
three
right, look.
wins.
The Eagles, they fighting in the injury bug. They need to fire the team doctors and just fire everything related to the medical staff. Fire them and start somewhere else because they dealing with injuries out the ass.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got Washington. They don't even know which quarterback they want to start. And then the quarterbacks they did want to start, he don't mess around and broke his leg. So now they got Alex Smith back, who came off a broken leg. Alex Smith, he fine. So he
Yeah,
might, you know what I'm saying, the
he
Washington, they might do
right.
something,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't know. You can't, I can't trust Washington. And then they ain't got a football name. So it's football team. So I ain't trusting them. And then the Cowboys, it's always and forever F the Cowboys. See, they ain't did nothing since 1995. So they ain't gonna do nothing now. So I got the Giants because the Giants they well coached. They have all the energy. All they need is a competent quarterback. And Dan Jones, last two games, he ain't been turning it over. So they won their last two games. So now they 3-7. They in second place. So
Okay, I love it. Keem, talk to me. What's your thoughts on the NFC East, man? Who you got coming out that division?
Man, to me, it's got to be. It's probably between the Giants and the Eagles. Really, I'm gonna lean towards. I'm gonna lean towards the Eagles still.
Okay.
Even though Giants got a good defense, don't get me wrong, they got a good defense,
Yeah,
but I don't think their offense is going like their offense is what you're gonna get every week. Just like Eagles, really. Basically, with Eagles is more like what you get out of Carson for real,
Mm-hmm.
kind of, because they can go as far as Carson. Like if we all know he's gonna throw like at least 2 picks a game, but like I don't know. I'm out some reason I'm just entering towards like the Eagles for real. So that's my take on it.
Okay, Q, talk to me. Who you got winning that division and going to the playoff?
I think the Giants is the most realistic expectation for real. Because as Keem said, you not gonna get nothing spectacular out of Carson Wentz.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see them. I don't see them winning against the Seahawks. I don't see them winning against the Packers. I don't see them winning against the Saints. They play us at the end of the season. They're definitely gonna lose that.
The Eagles got
And then now one thing they do have, they got 2 games against their division rivals, Washington and Cowboys, the last 2 weeks of the season. But the Giants already whooped on the Eagles. And I just got more confidence in Daniel. I got more confidence in Daniel Jones, the young boy, than Carson. And the Giants do not play any of those. Well, they play the Seahawks, but the rest of the games, now that I look at it, it's a toss-up. But I trust Daniel Jones more. Bottom line, they play the Ravens and the Cardinals and the Seahawks in the next upcoming weeks. So. They both got some competition and some games to play, but I'm gonna rock with the Giants because Carson Wentz is trash.
Okay. Okay. So what that? 3 Giants. Giants, Eagles by King. King, you say Giants. You say Eagles, King.
I said
Eagles. So
yeah, he said Eagles.
Okay, so we all different.
But he ain't even really sure about that neither.
I'm not even sure. Really like Washington can go.
That's what I was going to say. I'm gonna take the football team to make that to win that division because they got the veteran quarterback in Alex Smith. They have an emerging I'm gonna say star running back coming up, Antonio Gibson. They got Terry, who's an emerging star wide receiver as well. Most receiving yards through the first 24 games out of all wide receivers is actually over Jerry Rice too.
Yeah,
so shout out to that. That's big. They got the defense. They're healthy. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the football team and win that division, man. That's pretty much what I got.
They all got games against the Seahawks before the season wrap up. So I think it may come down to whoever win that game against the Seahawks get that division crown. So
I think really like Alex Smith still shaking off that injury for real. So man, if we get full confidence, then we'll see something different. But nah, man, that's another episode of Fashion Stats. We thank y'all for tuning in for real. Make sure y'all follow us on all platforms, and thank my man Wolfgang Quiz for joining us and everything. Yes, we appreciate you, pimping.
No problem.
Yeah, make sure you hit him up on YouTube, Twitter, all that stuff. So also follow us as well. Our @ names are on our screens for real. And then also check us out on Apple Radio as well.
And like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes, sir.
Do that. Definitely. Like we see them analytics. We look at them. We see y'all watching these videos, and some of y'all not leaving y'all likes.
And talk y'all shit in the comments, please.
Exactly. You got something to say about how I think Tom Brady is a bum? Go ahead and say it in the comments. You think if you one of the probably 3 peoples that rock with Carson Wentz, go ahead and stand 10 toes down in that comment section.
No, facts. And if you still believe in the Packers, don't say nothing.
And we all know what Atlanta gonna do.
Oh, look, we all know what they're gonna do, but y'all keep winning and losing. Y'all might as well just lose.
Don't do that, bro.
One last thing. Also, if you in the comments and you want to be a guest on one of our episodes, feel free to message us as well. You know what I'm saying? To y'all talk and say what y'all gotta say as well. We open to anyone coming on and being a guest on any of our episodes in regards to NBA or NFL topics. Or if Q is saying something about Tom Brady that you don't like and you don't want to get it off in the comments, send us a message on Instagram or Twitter and come be a guest. Go head to head with Q. You know what I'm saying? We open to that as well. You know what I'm saying? So
y'all talk all this shit in the comments, but scared to talk to us one-on-one, man. Come on, son.
Thanks.
But thank y'all again for another episode, man.